Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Expert Empire. In this video, I'll be showing you how I made this monostrap dress worn by my beautiful princess. It's a two-in-one dress. It can be worn as a monostrap dress or you can wear it with the detachable strap. So this is a very easy and detailed tutorial and it is beginner friendly. If you're new to this channel, you're most welcome, and to my returning subscribers, thanks a bunch. God bless you all. I have a separate video where I drafted and sewed the puff sleeve. You can go ahead and watch that video to know how I made it. If this looks like what you're interested in, then keep watching to the end. Now let's get started. First, I'll start with the upper bodice. Now the full length of the gown I'm making is 32 inches. The half length is 10 inches, okay? The bust is 23 and the waist is 23 as well. The shoulder is 11 and the armhole is 6 inches. The width of the fabric I'm making use of is 9 inches and the length is 12 inches, alright? So from the selvage, I'll just come down by 1 inch like this and then draw a line that will serve as the shoulder line and the starting point, okay? So after doing that, I will separate the front from the back. You can see I already have the front and the back together on fold, alright? So I'll just move it this way aside so that I can have 1 inch here, and I'll just go ahead and rule the line like this with my chalk. Okay, now this line that I rule will serve as zipper allowance. Okay, so for the neck width I'll mark 2.5 inches, and then for the neck depth I'll mark 2 inches. Mind you, we are still going to alter the neckline later, so I'll just connect it like so. So now the next thing I'll do is to take the shoulder measurement, which is 11 inches, so I'll divide it by 2, that's 5.5 inches. So but I'll mark 5.5 and I'll also mark half inch for joining allowance. Next, from that 5.5 inches that I marked earlier, I'll come down by half inch for the shoulder slant and connect it to the neckline like so. So from this starting point, which is the shoulder line, I'll come down by 6 inches to mark the armhole length and chest line. Next, I'll extend the shoulder measurement on my chest line and then connect the line upwards like so. I'll divide the bust circumference, which is 23 inches by 4, and mark it on the chest line. Then with my armhole curve ruler, I'll connect the armhole like so. After that, I'll add 1 inch seam allowance on the chest line. Then I'll divide the waist circumference by 4 and mark on this point, and then add 1 inch seam allowance as well. Then connect the bust to the waistline. Now remember the half inch I added to the shoulder measurement as the seam allowance. I'll mark it on the armhole like this. Then on the neck line, I'll go up by half an inch and connect the shoulder slant to the armhole like this. Now it's time to cut. So I'll cut it out and then I'll split the back pieces into 2 and notch the zipper allowance. The next thing is to determine which side I want the monostrap to be and which side I want to slant. So the monostrap is going to be on the right side and the slant will be towards the left side. Now I'll fold in the zipper allowance on the back piece like this and place them together. Then I'll place the front piece on it like this and arrange it well to be equal. Okay, so after I've done that, remember the neck depth here is 2 inches, so I'll alter it by 1 inch extra, which makes it 3 inches. Now I'll mark the 3 inches and then connect it to the shoulder using my curved ruler like this. This is now the new neckline that I'll be working with, and I'm going to connect it to the armhole at this point. But before then, let me quickly explain something. So prior to me making this dress for my baby, I had 2 options in mind, which was either to make it an off-shoulder or a monostrap dress. So I decided to make it an off-shoulder dress. But as I started sewing, I changed my mind along the line and decided to make it a monostrap dress. Now pay close attention to this part. First, I'll extend the starting line to this part, and on this side, I'll place my tape rule and measure the armhole. When you do this, whatever you get is what you use on this part to slant the neckline to the armhole if you are making a monostrap dress. But because I was initially going to make this part off shoulder, I'll come down by 3 inches from the starting line or the shoulder line and mark. Then I'll use my curved ruler to connect it like so. So take note that the first step I showed you is for monostrap, while the second step is for off shoulder. All right, I hope you understand. Please, if you don't, make sure you watch this part again so that you can understand better. After connecting the neckline, I'll mark ½ inch upwards and connect it to the shoulder. This is the same allowance for the neckline. Now it's time to cut it out. I'll cut the shoulder slant and neckline to this point, then separate the back pieces and open up the zipper allowance before cutting it out. It should not be curved upwards after cutting it. Instead, it should be straight like this. Now I'll match up the front piece with this other side of the back piece and cut out the neckline like so. Now let me fold in the zipper allowance back so you understand what I just did. I'll place the front piece on the back piece so you can see that the necklines are the same. This is how yours should be if you're making it an off shoulder, alright? So because I was thinking if I was going to change my mind and make it a monostrap dress, I decided to cut out the strap, okay? The width is 3 inches, the length is 13 inches, okay? So I'll just fold it in like this and then sew this part, turn it out. Then after that, I might attach the flowers to it. Just tap the flowers on it like this. Or better still, I can just use it plain like that and then do a big rose just to beautify the front part. That's if I'll change my mind to make it a monostrap, and I'll make this detachable, okay? So it will be a 2-in-1 dress, monostrap dress and a detachable strap, okay? So let me keep it aside for now and just go ahead with this off-shoulder dress that I was initially making. Guys, don't mind me, I later changed the style to monostrap, okay? So I've already cut out my lining piece the same way I cut out the main fabric, and then I'll just place them right sides facing each other like so, and then stitch the neckline with ½ inch, okay? The sides with ½ inch as well. Then I would also do the same thing for this other part, which is the back piece, okay? I'll face the lining on the main fabric, right sides facing each other. Then I'll stitch the neckline with ½ inch seam allowance, the zipper area, and then the sides as well with ½ inch. I'll repeat the same thing on this other side. The neckline with ½ inch, the zipper ½ inch, and this part ½ inch, okay? So when I'm done, I would bring it to show you what it looks like. You can see I've turned the neckline and I've also turned the back neckline as well as the sides. What I'll do next is to place them on each other like this, just match it up, and then pick the shoulder of the front and the back. Then I'll turn the back lining to wrap everything up like this, okay? Then I'll pin it together. The essence of doing this is to have a seamless and a neat stitch by the time I'm done joining the shoulder together. So I'll take it to the sewing machine and stitch it with ½ inch, okay? Then after doing that, I would go ahead and place them on each other like this and then stitch the sides with the 1-inch seam allowance, okay? So you can see the shoulder, I'm done with it and it is looking so neat. Dear soulmate, this is the part where I changed my mind, okay? So in case you're making yours like this to be an off shoulder, then go ahead with this. But if you don't want to make it an off shoulder but you want to make it a monostrap like I did at the end of the day, so you are going to have to eliminate that armhole because we don't need it in this pattern, okay? So I'm going to slant it like this, but just watch what I'm doing. I'll turn it to the wrong side like this. I'll just flip it over to the wrong side like this, okay? Then I've already gone ahead to mark. You can see the chalk there. I've marked it to the armhole. Then I'll cut, but when cutting, I'm not cutting directly on that part that I marked. I'll just go up with about 0.25 inch to stitch it back, okay? So that way we have eliminated that armhole because we don't need it here. It is a monostrap dress. It is going right under the armhole, okay? So I'll go ahead and stitch it together, okay? And then I'll repeat the same thing on the back side of that slanted area, all right? So that it can be even. So let's move to the lower part. Now for the lower part, I have my fabric already. It's in straight form, okay? It's not a flare, it's just straight like that. So the length that I have here is 24 inches, and then the waist circumference, I multiplied the true waist circumference by 3. That is 23 inches times 3 to give me 69 inches. plus 2 inches zipper allowance. So everything I have altogether is 71 inches width. Okay, that is how wide my fabric is. You can make use of times 2 of your waist or times 3 depending on how much fabric you have available. Okay, so that is it. For me, I'm using times 3 of the waist measurement. Okay, so for the lining piece, I'm making use of this lining. It's very light. Okay, so the length of the lining is 13 inches and the width is the same thing as the main fabric, 71 inches. Okay, so I would advise that you make use of a thicker lining so that it will give the gown a fuller effect. Okay, but I had to make use of this lining because that was what was available by the time I was making this video. Okay, I couldn't get dollface or any other thicker lining. I'll have to gather this together like this and do the same thing for the main fabric too. Okay, I'll gather it to the true waist measurements. All right, so now this is the hard net. I have my hard net here. Okay, so the length of the hard net is 11 inches. Okay, so this is 11 inches and then the width is 77 inches. I will later cut this into two. Okay, because I'll be making it double layers on the lining. I'll be attaching it to the lining before sewing it together on the main fabric. So the width of this hard net is 77 inches. That means it is 6 inches longer or 6 inches more than the main fabric and the lining piece. I will also go ahead and pleat it as well on the lining. Okay, I'll pleat it on the lining. So like I said, I'll cut each of them into two. I have two pieces there. Okay, I have two pieces of the hard net, as you can see. So I would pleat it like this. After pleating it on the lining piece, to attach it on the dress, I'm not going to attach it directly on the starting line. I'll come down by 1 inch so that there will be no bulge or bulkiness at that part. Do you understand? So after attaching it to the lining, by pleating it like this on the lining, not on the main fabric, I'm just illustrating, I'll go ahead and come down by 1 inch and then stitch it together on the main fabric. So you can see I'm done stitching the hard net on the lining piece and I've also stitched it together on the main fabric. So let me just turn it so you can see what it looks like inside. Okay, don't mind me, it's looking rough. I've not even ironed it yet, so you can see what I was saying. Okay, there's no bulge at that side at all. There's no bulge at that area, and I also made it two steps. Okay, two layers like I said. Let me turn it out so you will see what I'm trying to see. So you can see the length is shorter now. Okay, so I made it two layers and I cut the length from 11 inches. I divided it into two to give me 5.5 inches. So by the time I was done attaching it to the lining piece, okay, I now have 5 inches as the length of the hard net. I hope you understand what I'm explaining. So 5 inches, 5 inches at the down part, and I made it two layers, okay, so that it will be fuller. You understand what I'm saying? So that is it about the hard net. Okay, so you can see this is what it looks like and this is how full it is. Okay, you can see it's not even bringing out the fullness as expected, but it is still okay. Now it's time to attach the upper bodice to the lower bodice. I've gone ahead to notch the center of the down part and the center front. I'll just go ahead and match it up together, right sides facing each other, and then pin it down. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and pin it together just to temporarily secure it, and then before taking it to the sewing machine to stitch it down with 1/2 inch. Okay, so when I'm done matching it up, okay, like this, I'll just match it up together, then I'll take it to the sewing machine and stitch all the way with 1/2 inch. All right, after that I'll attach my zipper on the back, okay, and bring it to show you what it looks like. So you can see I already attached my flower, my rose flower on it. If you don't know how to make that, I have a video on this channel on how to make a rose flower. You can go ahead and watch it. And then this is the armhole. I'm going to be attaching the sleeve. I've already hemmed the down part, You can see our gown is almost ready, okay? You can see the zipper is laying very flat and nice, and then the lines there are joining. They are on the same line, not one up and one down, please. So what I'll do next now is to bring the puff sleeve that I attached on this dress. So I don't want this video to be too long. I already have a separate video where I shared how I made this puff sleeve, a full and detailed tutorial on how I made the puff sleeve, so you can go ahead and watch it. So I'll just briefly explain here. You can see I notched this sleeve, okay? So I'll just pick it on those notches and pleat on each other like this. So I'll just pick it on each of the notches and then place it on each other like this and then stitch. Do you see what I'm doing? I'll just pick the pleats, okay, on each of the notches that I made on the sleeve, and then I'll stitch it all the way around. When I'm done, I'll go ahead and bring in this strip and elastic band that I'll be using for the round sleeve, okay? So I'll just open it up, letting the right side face me, and then I'll stitch it like this. After that, I'll go ahead and pass in the elastic band, okay? So I'll pass in the elastic band. After passing in the elastic band, I'll go ahead and attach the round sleeve, okay? Just attach it like this. So when I'm done, I'll stitch the side and then the sleeve is ready. So this is the puff sleeve and how it looks, okay? So like I said, I have a separate video where I did a detailed tutorial on how I made this sleeve. You can go ahead and watch that video so that you understand how I made it. All right, it's very simple and very easy to make. So now that my sleeve is ready, I'll just go ahead and attach it on the dress, okay? So I'll attach it on the dress and then fix the flower, okay? Hand tack the flower, the rose flower that I showed you earlier. I'll hand tack it on that slanted part, and then also fix my detachable strap, and then the dress is ready. So this is our beautiful monostrap dress with detachable strap, and it's looking so pretty on my beautiful princess. It's so beautiful. I love it. You can see my baby rocking her gown and looking so beautiful in it. So with this, I've come to the end of this interesting and beautiful tutorial. You can see the back, how it is looking so beautiful. The zipper is laying nice and flat, and everything is just nice. Like I said, the strap is detachable. I attached it with a press button, so you can detach it if you want to make it like this, or you skip that part and just make it a mono strap. The choice is yours. I love this. You can rock it as a mono strap dress. You can also rock it like this, having a detachable sleeve attached to it. So if you love this, let me know in the comment section, and please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you click on the subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet, and turn on your post notification bell so you get notified each time I upload a new video. Make sure you share this video with your fellow soulmates, family and friends, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.